Hello there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. This is your last video of 2022. That's right, today is New Year's Eve. This is the last one. I'm linear approaching 2023. I know that some of you guys have already entered 2023, so if you did, Happy New Year. And if you haven't, don't worry. You've got a couple of hours until you reach 2023. So, yeah, but for those of you that have already hit it, Happy New Year. So my one is a couple of hours to go until we approach 2023. So yeah, this is your last video of 2022, and it's the match preview for Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea that will be kicking off tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. UK time at the City Ground. So before we get restarted, don't forget if you are new, hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. Smash the like if you enjoyed this video and make sure you click the share button so that you can give your preview to the game. Who do you expect, who do you want to start, and what's your score prediction? So make sure you guys do that. So before I focus on the Nottingham Forest vs Chelsea game, I want to tell you guys the couple of games that just happened earlier on today. And Man City had just drawn against Everton 1-1 after a complete dominance from them. They dropped 2 points, and that would allow Arsenal to go 7 points clear, 7 points clear of Manchester City if they beat Brighton later on today. But I know that Man City fans will be desperate for Brighton to get a win, so that they will still be 4 points clear. But if Arsenal can get a win, they'll be 7 points clear of City. I mean, who would have thought that would happen? Not even me as a Chelsea fan. But what I did tell you guys is that you need to be taking Arsenal seriously. They're playing really good football. They're definitely going to finish in the top four. They're going to sign new players in January, and it looks like they're going to be in the win the title ways and perhaps win it. So Man City, they will be disappointed because if they would have won and Arsenal would have lost, then that would be just 1 point behind Arsenal. But they bottled it. Man City absolutely bottled it. And you've got to give Fulham credit. I mean, Everton credit, because it looks like they weren't scared. You know, they should say to themselves, you know what, we're going to allow City to dominate possession, but we're going to find some way here on how to not lose, you know, because Everton want to get a win and not lose. So a draw is good for them, but if they would have won, honestly, there will be scenes on the away end and even for Frank Lampard. But a draw is a good result against last season's champions, so yeah, Everton will be really proud. But they need to keep this performance every single game if they don't want to be in a relegation zone. So a good point for Everton. But they need to keep this consistently if Lampard wants to see out his job, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but well done to Everton. Man City absolutely bottled it, but Erling Haaland scored again, like I told you he would. Unfortunately, I did say he would score a hat trick, but that didn't happen. And I went for 5-0 Manchester City, but that didn't happen. So yeah, but Erling Haaland, he's just now 2 goals away from equaling last season's goal debut, which Mo Salah and Son shared, which is 23. And I think he'll break that record, and he will also break Mo Salah's all-time Premier League record during the 2017-18 season, which is 33 goals. He will break that record. Absolutely would have break that record. So yeah, but he'll be disappointed that he only scored 1 goal. And yeah, so that gives Arsenal the opportunity to go 7 points clear if they beat Brighton later on today. So yeah, so good luck to Arsenal and good luck to Brighton. So Man City absolutely bottled it. So yeah, so I just wanted to give you my little thoughts on what happened early on today before I talk about the Nottingham Forest vs Chelsea game. Now, this game is going to be difficult because when Tottenham went there, Premier League, they beat them 2-0. But when they faced each other in the Carabao Cup third round, they were out. When they faced Liverpool, they've lost. So yeah, that's basically it. So Nottingham Forest only faced Tottenham twice, only beat them once. Faced Liverpool, beat them. So the next home game against a Big Six team is against Chelsea, and then it will be Arsenal and Manchester City after that. So yeah, so This one is going to be really difficult. I don't expect this to be easy, but I expect this to be really difficult. But what I do expect is for Chelsea to put the exact same performance as they did against Bournemouth. Because before the game, I wasn't confident at all. At all. But guess what? They proved me wrong. It looks like we found a pattern of play, good style of football. Graham Potter getting it right. But the only thing I said in my match reaction to the Bournemouth win is that you can't start players who just came back for injury, the likes of Reece James. So I think Graham Potter got this horribly wrong for starting Reece James. I would have rested him for the Bournemouth game, and if he's fit enough to play against Nottingham Forest, then let him. Or if he's fit enough to play against Manchester City, then let him. But instead, we decide to start him. And now look, 6 games in all competitions he's going to miss, and he's even going to miss the Manchester City, Carabao Cup, Premier League, and the game against Liverpool. I think it's at Anfield first, and then it'll be at Stamford Bridge. So that's really disappointing. I didn't want him to get injured because we've got tough fixtures. After the Nottingham Forest game, which ain't going to be that easy. So, yeah, Reece James is going to be out for a month. But what does that tell you? It's that Chelsea needs to be ruthless enough in January and sign another right back, another midfielder, striker. It depends. It depends. But I'll still give Aubameyang some time. If he doesn't do well, then I'll sell him and sign in a proper striker because Kai Havertz isn't a false nine. He's an attacking midfielder. So we need to sign a proper striker who knows how to get into positions in the box well and score, because like I said, the last time that that player for Chelsea scored 20 goals in the Premier League or more than that was Diego Costa, and that was the season where we won the league. So ever since he left, not the Chelsea striker has scored more than 20 goals. So that's why, for me, we need to sign a midfielder in January and another right back. We're signing defender and we're getting close to signing midfielder, but we need to sign another right back because Azpilicueta has been at for Chelsea for the last 10 years, which is a decade ago. So for me, sometimes it can be good, but sometimes it can be poor defensively. So I think we need to sign another right back who will be a backup player for Reece James because Reece James, without him, Chelsea don't look the same. And you can tell by that second half when he got injured in the 52nd minute, Chelsea weren't the same. They weren't the same. So for me, we cannot always rely on Reece James. Every single player needs to put out the best performance as they can. So that's basically it. So I expect Chelsea to put another performance against Nottingham Forest like they did against Bournemouth, and Graham Potter to put the exact same lineup, which is 4-3-3, which I'm going to do in just a minute and show you guys who I want to start. So yeah, Nottingham Forest are in a relegation zone and they've signed 25 players. Like, honestly, like, who signs 25 players and then ends up getting relegated? So in the relegation zone. Like, that is so strange. Like, Steve Cooper will be thinking to himself, why did I do that? Why did I do that? You know? I would thought that Nottingham Forest would do well this season, but instead they're not. They're in a relegation zone. And I want to say in the Premier League because the last time they've been in the Premier League was in 1999, a year before I was born. So yeah, so Nottingham Forest need to do well if they want to stay in the Premier League. So yeah, but signing 25 players and being in the relegation zone is just shocking and weird. I would have thought that with those signings, they would have been like maybe above the mid table, like in 10th or 9th place, but instead they're in 18th place. Like, honestly, I'm just so shocked. I really am. And if I was a Nottingham Forest supporter, I'll be thinking to myself, we signed 25 players and we're in the relegation zone. Honestly, that's shocking and strange. And even as a Chelsea fan, I find that weird. But we shall wait and see. It's going to be a tough place to go, but I hope Chelsea can put in a good performance against Nottingham Forest and get a win. And hopefully we can kickstart 2023 with a win because our game is Sunday the 1st of January 2023, which is tomorrow, of course. So yeah. So let's hope we can kick off 2023 with a win. So yeah, that's the information about Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. Now it's time to move on into my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. Alright, so without further ado, let's start off with the goalkeeper. And my goal and the number one goalkeeper under Graham Potter is Kepa Balaga, and I still think he's going to start because Edon Mendy, before Graham Potter um, um, came in, he looked a bit poor, like against Leeds United, and he was supposed to be our number one, but he said he's not. Whereas for Kepa, he's keeping clean sheets. I mean, he's getting this close here to winning the Golden Boot. So if he keeps on the clean sheet and the rest of the goalkeepers don't, then just imagine, yeah, a £72 million goalkeeper and he's won the Golden Glove. Honestly, that would be strange and happy at the same time for him. So I feel like he's going to start. Didn't have much to do against Bournemouth up until the 67th minute, and after that we had to make some saves because he looked a bit sloppy. But other than that, he kept a clean sheet, back from training, and yeah. Let's hope he's not going to be a busy goalkeeper. I know he's going to make a few saves, but let's hope that he won't have to be that busy. And let's hope in the second half we do better than the game against Bournemouth because Bournemouth was was playing really well. Could have had a goal, but we defend really well. Kepa made some saves, so let's hope we don't do like that in the second half against Nottingham Forest tomorrow. So Kepa starts in goal. So my back four is going to be unchanged, except the one player who's gonna probably start right back is Aspilicueta because, like I said, Reece James is out. Never could should have started him against Bournemouth, but he had to. So yeah, I thought Kukureya in the first half was a bit sloppy, but in the second half he looked really well. I thought Koulibaly looked good, and Thiago Silva, as always, proved why he's the best defender in the world. Another man of the match performance from him. So yeah, my the back four is unchanged except for Aspilicueta, who's going to be starting as right back. So yeah, those are my back four. Kukurea as left back, Koulibaly and Thiago Silva as centre backs, and Aspi as right back. Although, could Trevor Chalobah start for Chelsea against Nottingham Forest? We shall wait and see. But I know he will start Koulibaly and Thiago Silva as the back two for Chelsea, two centre backs. So yeah, so we move on into the midfield three, and it's unchanged. I put Mason Mount on the left, Jorginho on the in as a CDM, and Dennis Akara on the right. I thought Mason Mount had a really good performance, and big up to Graham Potter for actually putting me as a midfielder rather than a winger. I thought Dennis Akara was absolutely superb, and he needs game time, of course. And Jorginho, looked good in the first half, but in the second half he looked a bit sloppy. But other than that, that position suits him like it does. So yeah, so my midfield three is unchanged. So yeah, I want to see Mason Mount doing this consistently. The same thing goes for Jorginho, and I know that Dennis Akar will be really good, like he always does, and he should have had more game time before the World Cup rather than only just play one game. So Dennis Akawa needs to start. He looked really good as a midfielder, and it looks like we signed a proper midfielder, but we need more. We need more. So those are my midfield three: Mount, Jorginho, and Dennis Akawa. And then we move on into the front three, which is Kai Havertz as a false nine, Raheem Sterling on the right, and Pulisic on the left. Now, of course, the reason why I've gone for Raheem Sterling on the right is because I don't know when Ziyech and Kovacic is going to be back because they were in the semi-final of the World Cup, which they've lost to, and they were in the third place, which Croatia won. So I really don't know where they're going to be back. So, but we shall wait and see. But right now, those are going to be my front three, and I want Kai Havertz, Pulisic, and Raheem Sterling to also do this consistently because we cannot just say, "Oh, these players will do good," and then after they'll also force the game, they look sloppy. No, I want to see this consistently because the only way the Chelsea players and the manager are going to change my mind if I see performances like this consistently, So I really hope that these mid front three can do what they did against Bournemouth. And let's hope that Kai Havertz could show Aubameyang on how to score because that game against Bournemouth, he actually got into the box at the right time and scored and had the assist. So I really hope that Kai Havertz can show Aubameyang on how to score because Aubameyang looked really, really disappointing so far this season. So I really hope that Kai Havertz can show you how to score, and that will be it. And if a Batman watches it and does what he does, then maybe, just maybe, Aubameyang could get back to scoring form, and yeah, we won't talk anything bad about him. So that's basically it. So yeah, so those are my predicted lineup for today's game, and let's move on into my prediction for tomorrow's game. All right, so if you watched my Premier predictions, I've gone for a 2-0 Chelsea win, and I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Chelsea win. Of course, of course, many people thought I'll be disrespecting Nottingham Forest, and listen, I'm nervous. It ain't going to be that easy, but hope and pray to God that these players could prove me wrong, because my head is telling me 1-0 Nottingham Forest, but my heart is telling me 2-0 Chelsea. So yeah, so I really hope that my heart is right and my head is wrong, because we all know that the brain is the most important organ in the body. So yeah, so my head is telling me 1-0 Forest, but my heart is telling me 2-0 Chelsea. So yeah, so no matter what it is, I want to see a good performance, the same performance against Bournemouth, and kick off 2023 with a win. And that's basically it. And I'll be a very happy person indeed. I'll be a very happy person. So that is it, guys. That is your final video of 2022. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I want to say thank you for all of your support, all of my subscribers, the people who have liked the streams, the videos. I want to big you guys up. I'm getting close to 100 subscribers. So if you are new, make sure you click the like button. I need 2 people to subscribe to get 100. And if I can do that by the end of today, before 2023, obviously that would be amazing. So make sure you guys do that for me. Don't forget to click the share button as well, and don't forget to hit the bonus notification so that I never miss any of my YouTube content. And before I end this video, I want to say 2022 is coming to an end, and as always, we've seen good times and we've seen bad times. You know, the bad times is when the Queen Elizabeth died on the 8th of December, at the age of 95, and Pele has just died 2 days ago at the age of 82, a Brazilian legend, and the greatest footballer of all time. So yeah, we have seen some really heartbreaking moments, but they have seen some good moments. And my favorite memory of 2022 is when Chelsea won the FIFA Club World Cup in February for the first time in their history, and that makes them on everything, which was really good. And that was before Roman got sanctioned and the Ukraine versus Russia invasion. So that's before that happened. And my also memory for 2022 is to see the Lionesses lift the UEFA Women's European Championship 2022, and the women's team to become champions of Europe, and also lifted the trophy for the first time since 1966. So, and guess what? The Lionesses are unbeaten in 2022, which is really, really good. So those are my favorite memories. What's your favorite memories for 2022? Let me know in the comments down below. So on behalf of myself, to all of you guys who are watching, I want to say Happy New Year to you. May 2023 be better than this year, and everything you guys achieve will come to pass in the name of Jesus. And I hope that you get to meet the people that you love to see, and let's hope that 2022 goes for you, ahead of you, just like it went for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year to all of you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a live watch along and a match reaction for the Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest game as the first day of 2023. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year, take care of yourselves, and peace.